everybody. Happy Tuesday. Well, and actually, happy new moon energy as well. I am Nallie S., and this is Miss Denay.
Hey everybody, how are you?
I hope y'all are having a fabulous, wonderful, amazing Tuesday. We have a couple things on our agenda to talk about. I'm going to let Miss Denay start if she wants.
I
And if
hate
I
starting.
love that banner. I'm sorry, the banner is dope. I love the banner. Definitely, if you want to get at us.
I really don't like starting. I really don't. And I know and I'm sorry I put that on you like all the time, but I can't. I don't want to. I refuse. I
Friend of
can't.
you. Okay. All right. Well, I think you want to talk about the new moon first.
I do. Okay. So boom, right? The new moon, it's on June 28th. And so
Mhm.
with the new moon being in Leo season, and I'm a Leo, this new moon is specific or is particularly like it for me. Um, because in this season, I know that I'm celebrating life, I'm
Mhm.
honoring my full expression of myself, and I'm showing up with confidence. And I am not waiting for others for their approval, but I am just going to approve myself and move on about my day. So what did I do? I went out and I got my cinnamon sticks. I like this brand, Tampico. I got my cinnamon sticks. I got my bay
Ooh,
leaves.
nice.
Let me see. I'll pull it back. Yeah, Tampico to do my manifesting, and I'm working on my Grabble Boy numbers. So I have the numbers for.
Sorry about that.
Um, you're fine. I have my numbers for basically for money. For money not
Technology.
right, for money that's not known to come and just to have a constant flow. But I'm going to be
Mhm.
working on other things, other numbers, because I found some for like getting rid of like your belly weight. um, well, it's specifically for postpartum, and I'm like, well, how long are you in postpartum? Because my baby's 2, but I still got a little bit of belly, well, a lot of belly, but I still feel like I
Girl.
need to get rid of it. And just a whole lot of other numbers I found for like what do you call it, new a new home, for blessing
Mhm.
a new home, things like that. So the numbers so far that I really want to focus on are for the money is numbers 520, 741,
1-8.
8898, and then there's another one, 318, 61, 25, 18714. So I'm here for that.
Mhm.
And then what else is going on with this new moon? Oh, and then with the cinnamon sticks, I'm burning those. I started burning them. What's today? Tuesday. So I started burning them on Monday. So every morning at 7 a.m., I'm burning my cinnamon sticks, walking through the um, smoke, I guess you can,
Mhm.
just so that it sits on me, so that I can bring in and attract that that I things that I want the most. So I'm excited.
Mhm.
I'm really excited. I feel like this season is going to be really, really major for me, specifically because I'm a Leo in Leo season, and then there's a new moon in Leo season. It's just going to be great. I'm happy about it. And then there's a full moon also, but that's it's in, what is it? I think it's in Aquarius, but it happens like at the end of August. But I'm excited about that too, if that
I'm gonna
makes
check that
sense.
out. And 444 was just on the screen, so that's actually really dope too.
444.
I know,
Do,
right? I'm
do,
sorry. 444. I think I love seeing just about as much as 888. Like I love seeing 888. Let's
I'm
see
here for
here.
it.
All right. So, are you planning on taking any spiritual baths or anything else like that?
Um, I'm not really a bath person. It takes a
Mm.
lot. Like I have to really be going through a lot for me to actually sit within. the water. But I will
Hmm.
do one where I will put all of my special stuff together and then let it simmer, let it cool, and then I'll pour it on my head. And since I have don't have hair, it doesn't really bother me in any way. But the one thing that is kind of gross is like when I do put like the salt in it and then it gets in my
Hmm.
mouth. That's kind of gross. But other than that,
All right.
that's all I do.
For me, I don't know. I try to at least do a peppermint bath. And the thing is, I'm with you. All the time, I don't have time to just sit in the tub. Is
Mm-hmm.
kids, life, busy.
Right.
um, so I will do a spiritual shower. Like I'm like you. I'll boil everything together. Hey, Rhonda, that's my little sister. That's my little sis. Hey, girl. Uh, but yeah, so at least peppermint. If
Okay.
I don't do anything, peppermint is always the go-to. And I will do a salt sweep on my floors. I try to
Mm.
do that at least once. So a salt sweep, and I actually got a steam mop. I don't know how to act. I bought me a steam mop. So floor to water and steam mopping the floor. The
Mm-hmm.
house feels so good after I got done.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Oh, and then also if you're not in like for those that don't want to burn their incense, they can just take or incense cinnamon. Can also just take the powdered and blow it into your front door.
Yes.
You know,
11:11. Yep.
yeah, I
And
love that.
I think the 5 by 55 method is a good one. That if you're a journaler or a scripter,
Mm-hmm.
5 times 55 has always worked. It's never not worked for me. 55, writing, your affirmation or um, what you're trying to manifest 55 times for 5 days in a row.
So you just write it back to back to back to back 55 times.
Yes. So, yep, every single day, 55 times, write out your affirmation, and there you go.
Mm.
So I try to do mine at least, consistently at one point a day. So if it has to be early in the morning, let's say right at 11:11, I'm ready to script, what it is that I want to have out. I've already put myself in the mood, meditate for a couple moments, then you get started with your scripting and trying to keep it to me is better than I think some do the 7 by 77. I
Mm-hmm.
can't- That's a
Well,
lot.
what is it? What does it compare to like with the 369 method?
Well, 369, you're doing that at multiple parts of the day. So morning, evening, or morning, afternoon, evening.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, some people will just do that and they don't repeat it multiple days.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was just looking at the comments.
Me
Ron, I'll let
too.
you know. I'll let you know, girl. I got you. But yeah, just looking, what was I saying? But yeah,
You do it
I think
multiple times a day.
yeah, the 369 method, you're doing it multiple times a day. Some people do it 3 times a day, some people just do it once. Some people don't continue it. So it just depends on the person and I guess what feels right for them. Some people say they'll do the 369 method 3 times, 3 times a day for 3 days or
Mm-hmm.
6 days or 9 days. I guess it depends on the person.
Oh, okay.
But I just find that with the 5 times 55 method, it's easier for me to let my mind just kind of go into. I guess it's easier for me to zone out, but also focus when I'm
Mm.
writing 55 lines, and I can keep that going, while I'm writing. But if I keep going past that 55, because like once I get to 30, I'm already getting exhausted. My hands starting to cramp, and then trying to get to those last 25 lines, like I
Yeah.
got to keep the energy going, because they say if you can hold positive energy for at least 7 seconds, that is enough to raise your vibration. If you can do it for 17, raises your vibration even more.
I can
So,
dig it.
yeah.
I can dig it. It's kind of like if you get into that zone, then it's kind of like what do they call that? Automatic writing, but not really,
Mhm.
but kind of sort of.
I love automatic writing. That's honestly the best way to channel for me.
I don't think I've ever done it. Not where I'm like writing stuff out, but it just looks like squiggly lines. The first time I've ever had any type of channeling experience, all I did was like draw like squiggly lines.
Well, somebody in the comments had a question like, what does writing multiple times do? The thing is, it's kind of like a reprogramming for your subconscious because it's not you that you're trying to make. It's not you that you're trying to convince of wanting it. The thing is your subconscious working against you? You know, what is it that you feel like it's blocking you that you would need to do something in the first place? That's what you figure out before you even start scripting. And that's how you come up with your affirmation. So let's just say, you know what, you do not like being in the energy of lack and poverty. And you want to kind of reprogram your focus and your subconscious, like, you know what, I'm no longer in this energy. I no longer want to be in this energy. I no longer want to be a part of poverty, and I don't want to recognize it as something that I have to be a part of because that's what they want us to feel like. We're limited. Oh, we're stuck in this state of always having to work hard, grind, and tire ourselves and break our bodies down in order to feel like, you know what, I'm ahead now. This is the only way for me to get ahead when that's just simply not true. So
Mm,
writing it out kind of reprograms you on the inside, like, you know what, I am more. I am unlimited. You know, I can achieve these things, you know, so it's honestly the part of scripting and creating a ritual for yourself.
I like that. That was a very easy explanation.
It's the best one I got. I hope to help, baby. Oh, you put, oh, okay, understandable. I got you.
Very good.
But yes, so the new moon, the fire energy. Tell me about this temper.
I don't
Oh,
have a temper.
oh.
Let me say something. Let me say something about that. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's not that it's a temper. Well, it is. It's a temper. I can't even lie. I can't even sugarcoat it. I can't even make it seem like it's more. But all fire signs have that like 0 to 9,000 in like 5 seconds or less. And it's like this burning, and you're like, "Ugh," and it just all like comes out at one time. And a lot of times it's just like based off of like frustration,
Mhm.
disrespect, you know. Um, I know with me, it's a lot just like, like a lot of times, like in my head, I'm like, come on now, are we really doing this today? So yeah, that's true. But I will say this on behalf of Leos, right? Because we are sun signs, um, and you know that like the sun is like one of like the most dominant things in our lives, right? Other than the
Mhm.
moon, but the sun. And the sun gives off a lot of energy of just confidence, of overall greatness because it's the sun, right?
Yeah.
Not I'm not saying that Leos are great and all of that, but we do hold those characteristics. And so a lot of times we will seem to come off as, I don't know what you want to say, arrogant, okay? But
I
it's not
wasn't.
that but it's not that we're arrogant, it's just that we just know. We know what we can do. We know our potential. And so when we are with people and they're in our circle, we also can see their potential. And so a lot of the times we might read you for filth, but not to hurt your feelings, but because we see the potential that you have, and it upsets us, it infuriates us that you don't see it too. And we're
Mhm.
just like, oh, come on, we're like trying to pull it out, it's like trying to pull teeth. And so again, that will lead to us becoming angry, and it's not because we're literally just like vile people. It's because we want the best for everyone, especially for those
Right.
who are close to us. We want the
Hmm.
best for you guys because if you have the best, we'll have the best. And if we have the best, you'll have the best. But we can't, we have to be on that same like wavelength.
Yep.
So well, I know all zodiac signs have, their thing that people are like, why are you like this? Da, 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 da. But I really feel like maybe I'm being biased, but I
No, no,
really
you're not.
feel
I
like,
got no. I understand.
but I really feel like Leos. He said, I find Leos aren't fun to be around. Okay, okay, okay. I have a comment from that, but it's like, what was I saying? It's not that we're like trying to be vile or anything. We just want the best for everyone. And I've also found that people that don't like Leos or don't like to be around Leos, and I've said
Hmm.
this so many times before, so it's funny that this person by the name of Drunk brought it up, is that most people that don't like Leos, it's because they are very fragile people, like weak minded people. And so they don't know how to stand on their own 2 feet. Like when a Leo's coming for you and we're on that rah rah for real, you have to be very, very grounded and very strong
Hmm.
in who you are to be able to like battle, you know?
Oh
And you
yeah.
also have to be very emotionally intelligent to see that that person, that Leo, you have to be able to determine if they're coming for you because you're a jerk off asshole, or are they coming for you because they love you and they want the best for you, and so they expect for you to do better, you
Hmm.
know? He said Leos take life too serious for me. Okay. I think those are just maybe some of the Leos that you particularly have dealt with. For me, I don't take life excruciatingly seriously. However, I do know the importance of when to be serious, when to have fun, when to just chill, you know.
Hmm.
Try not to take myself personally too seriously because I'm a hot mess in a bag. So what
No,
can you do?
say that.
What can you do? No, like seriously. Like um I know my faults and my flaws. I know that I'm not perfect. I don't try to take myself too seriously in life or in general, but
Mhm.
I do like for things to be in order, and I
Of
do like
course.
for things to, you know, for lack of a better explanation, like to just go my way because why not? I mean, who doesn't, you know? Um, so yeah, that's all I can say. I don't know. Did I answer your question? Is there any? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna push your point just a little bit further. With as a Libra, who's dealt with my fair share of Leos, especially masculine
Mhm.
Leos, and don't get me wrong, I love my Leos, especially women Leos. I find you guys fierce. Y'all are unstoppable, and you are right. Like some of my biggest supporters are Leo women, are honestly women who are fire energy. Like some of my biggest supporters, my best friends were fire signs. And normally
Mm.
it's always Aries and Leo. Y'all always it's always like my best friend, she's an Aries.
Uh huh.
Good friend of mine, she's an Aries. Another good friend of mine, she's a Leo. You, my new friend, you're a Leo. Some of my best friends are, well, yeah, most of them are all fire energy. Everybody else is just an air energy. My younger
Mhm.
sister, she's a Gemini, air energy. I'm closest, I'm not gonna lie, I'm closest with my younger sister. It's just we flow together like that. So when dealing with Leo energy, the thing is you gotta come sure of yourself, solid,
Mhm.
because that fire energy that y'all will come across, it will come across too strong if you take it the wrong way. And it to me, it's all about a perspective thing. You
Mhm.
know, when I look at everybody, I try not to put a negative. I guess you could say intention to people, like, oh, they're just being that way because they're an ass or anything else. I give people that room to say maybe they just not having the best day. Can you give me 1 second? I can hear
Absolutely.
my 3-year-old having a meltdown. And I'll be
Absolutely.
1 quick second.
Right.
What is happening?
So while she handles her business, so let's say with this new moon coming, no, I don't want to talk about that. That's boring. How about I like your glasses, Leo. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got them from Zenny Optical. I think they were $12. I want to find this article that I was sent by the Moon Omens. This is one of my favorite um, astrology websites. It's called New Moon, or I'm sorry, Moon Omens. And let me find this article. They send out daily affirmations and they will give you like a horoscope, your monthly horoscope that you can subscribe to. And so, this particular article that they sent out the other day in regards to Leo season, and it's talking about tending to your sacred flame.
Hmm.
And so, what
I'm
they're
sorry, I'm back.
saying, oh, hey, girl. And so, what they're saying is that in um, the 2022 Leo season, it will inspire us. And so this isn't just for Leos, it's just in this particular season. So they're speaking to everyone. They're saying that in this season, you will be inspired to be creative and
Hmm.
cultivate your confidence as well as your authentic expression and to show up in the world as you are. So they're encouraging you in this article to really just allow yourself to speak freely and to um, be unapologetic for who you are and
Yes.
allow yourself to just flow within your own energy. And then they also um, encourage you to manage your inner fire. Not necessarily to like throw water on it, but
Hmm.
manage that energy that keeps you in a state of let me see if I can remember, like a state of hostility. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Okay. But then also allow yourself to shine and allow yourself to show your own beauty, however that looks like. So it's a really good article. It's by moonomens.com. You can get, they send out articles like every couple of weeks. But
Hmm.
it's a free subscription and I love it. It's one of my favorites.
That's dope. Oh, I can't wait to do something like that. But um, our friend Drunk was asking if we could guess his sign.
I don't know, drunk.
I,
I don't like you, so you probably a Gemini. No, I'm kidding.
I,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know you. But what are you?
I,
What do you think
I
his
I
sign
give
is?
him I give him earth. I assign him earth energy. I feel earth. Earth or water, because I don't know why I'm feeling like a Cancer or Pisces, but then that earth, that I know Tauruses don't like Leos, so that's why I'm kind of like I'm thinking like maybe this person may be an earth sign, but it's either earth or water, earth or water, I
I
think.
don't know. Tell us. I'm not a good person to determine what someone's sign is. So
I'm guessing. This is
you're
just
guessing.
Yeah, just guessing. Just guessing.
And I don't want to say I don't like Geminis, but Geminis always give me like that that they're like combative. Like they'll say stuff like they'll say snarky stuff, and then you'll be like, "Oh, really? Okay, let me come back to you."
Ah, he's a
What's
cancer.
a
I knew it. I
Cancer?
told you. Called it. I knew. I know a cancer. I know a cancer. I knew it. I
Excuse
knew it.
me. My son's a Cancer, and he calls me out on my shit all the time.
My
So,
youngest, my oldest is, uh, oh, cancers.
uh,
My
it's all
relationship
right.
with the cancer
We can't
man.
all be perfect.
Hey, girl, come on. I
I'm
look.
allowed to have fun.
I love that you're a cancer. It's cool.
Yeah, that's
Just we're
cool.
picking. She's picking.
I'm just picking, yeah. My son, he's the only person now, mind you, he's 12, but he already is very like intuitive. And so he already knows like, mom's on fire, and he knows exactly what to say. He knows what exact energy to give off. He'll know like, okay, I'm just going to walk up to her and give her a hug, and then that'll allow me to like release. So yeah, it's all good. Cancers are good.
But I will say this: my experience with cancers, especially the masculine, when they first come for you, like if they like you, baby, you can't keep them away. Like the very first cancer I dated, like I would not answer my phone. This person was at my dad's house, like, I'm coming over to find you. Like, sorry, you don't even.
Don't
But
do that. We got shotguns here.
I liked it. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
like the chase. You like the chase.
But they don't continue that chase. That's the problem. Y'all
Mm,
cancers, y'all will chase up until you get comfortable. And then when you get comfortable and then you get turned off, y'all get so cold. Cancer men can be
cold
very,
blooded.
very cold.
Yeah.
Cold. And I was just and the thing is it's like a switch. Because their emotions, that moon energy, baby, that switch, it just was like never again. Like y'all, they're loving, they're sweet, they're really passionate up front. But baby, when they turn
Mm,
cold,
I don't think
mm,
I've ever dated a Cancer.
dated one and married one.
Mm, all right, then.
Never again. Never
She
again.
said never again.
I'm scarred. I'm scarred.
So, did you want to? Earlier, we were talking about the feeling of stagnation. Did you want
Yes.
to kind of share about that? I know last week there was a whole energy going around.
Mhm.
Did you want to share your
Yes.
experience?
Yes. So I last week for me it was just honestly it was earlier in the week. It kept I don't know the thoughts of like like oh I'm feeling stuck where I am. I'm making necessary moves. I'm getting up every day. I'm going for it. I'm working. I'm trying. And by now, it's just like okay, so where is it? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
There's been this shift and this change, and there's this expectation of you know I guess liftoff. You know,
No. What do you
huh? What do I mean?
mean? What is that? What do you
Like
mean?
like we're all waiting for I guess a break.
Okay.
Like some people are waiting for their break. Like I've like a struggling artist. I've been putting my music out there, and I've been doing this and that, and I'm not seeing any. I'm hardly getting views. I'm hardly getting this and that. And they know, and you can feel like something's happening, something good is coming for me. You can hear your ancestors saying, just hold on, something's good is coming, just hang on. And it's just like you talk and you think, oh, so you're assigned to the flow of divine timing.
Mm.
And to me, it's like, whenever I hear that, sorry, whenever I hear that, I'm like, divine timing. I don't like divine timing because divine timing mean you're gonna be sitting there waiting, and it don't matter how mad you get that you're waiting, you're gonna be waiting, sis. And divine timing is about teaching you patience. So yeah. I just it I guess for me it was me losing patience last week, and I guess a lot of us were feeling the same thing.
Mm,
So a couple people, were talking about it when I was at the store. Like, they also felt like this really heavy energy. Like it was almost like, trying to fight it back, but it kept coming back stronger. And, I felt the same thing. I went and I decided to walk through this garden that's not far from my house. And they have a lot of really good trees. And most of the trees are centered on grounding and protecting. And I was just like, you know what, maybe a walk through the trees barefooted will help. Even as I was walking and I'm feeling better, I could still feel something like trying to make me feel bad, trying to put me back into the energy as I'm trying to feel better. It kept getting
mm,
heavier.
mm,
So, talking to other people and listening to them, they also felt the same way. Like they were trying to shake this, feeling off. Like, I'm not going to let myself go down this hole, because it's okay to let yourself, feel like I'm frustrated. I don't feel good. You don't ignore the energies, because to me, I hate when people say low vibrational energy. Like you're not supposed to get angry. You're not supposed to get frustrated. You're not supposed to get sad. To me, that just falls into this toxic positivity crap where you got to be happy all the time, or else what you want won't happen. You were given emotions and feelings and everything else for a reason.
right.
Telling people, well, you need to feel better in order to get better, is absolutely toxic. It's fuck. I don't care who you are. Telling somebody that you need to feel better or you won't do better, that makes no sense. We were created to feel these things. We were
Right.
created to process them, because that means that we are responding in a way that's like, you know what, our environment is not right. And I need to emotionally respond to this to understand what it is, what's happening. You know, so people say no, feeling sad or negative or anything else, that's low vibe. No, that means, you know what, there's something in you that needs to come out, that needs to be released. And something you got to handle. So that's, like as I was trying to release it, I felt like it kept trying to come back. And that's what the collective for the most part were saying that they felt too. But as Friday hit, everything just started to feel better. It felt better and better and better.
Mm,
So, everybody was like, so it was just, it felt like this wave that kind of went through, like a fear or a scare tactic, or just like a
something.
something. But
Probably just the dark forces were out feeding.
that's what somebody said too. But I
Hmm.
try not to say things like that or put that out there. But it wouldn't surprise me at this point. It
I mean,
would. It
I
would.
full I full heartedly believe that. Like they, I was watching the news the other day just to kind of piggyback on what you were saying about the stagnation. And if you are a news watcher, you can pay attention to how they do their stories, right?
Mhm.
How the first one will be like kind of bad, and the next one is a level up bad, and it just goes up levels and levels and levels. So until you're kind of just like in this zone of fear or anger, and you're just questioning why is everything happening. And so I particularly believe that they do that on purpose so that the dark forces like can find you. I guess they're attracted to that type of energy. So then
Mhm.
it's easier for them to find you and to feed off on it. And then they'll put in your mind, you know, more negative things to think about or to say
That's
and all of
exactly what
that.
it
And
felt
then
like.
that keeps you in that box. So
Exactly.
so like for you to go through that for a few days, that's why I said, oh, they probably were feeding. Excuse me.
Yeah, and I just thought it was nuts. I actually have an app that tells me what plants are around me, so I was just like, you know what? It was like 5 a.m. I woke
Mm-hmm.
up, I couldn't, I just couldn't get to sleep. I was just like, you know what? It's light outside. Everybody's still asleep. I'm just gonna go for a walk through the garden. I was just like, let me see what plants are around here. 5:50. I got in the car 5:55 on the dot as I'm getting ready to drive off. I was like, okay, so I guess I needed this whatever this is. So I'm walking through the garden. I was just like, you know what? Let me check something. So there's one particular place. It's called It's a Kasuda tree. It's I think it's a
Mhm.
Japanese tree. It's huge. I'll put up a video of it so you can see it. Or I'll send you a picture of it. But it's
Okay.
an absolutely beautiful tree. So when I went and I looked up, the spiritual properties of this tree, the tree is supposed to help ground earth energy and sky energy.
Okay.
So I was just like, think about it. We're walking through and we are using these trees and everything else to feel better. It never crossed my mind that these trees held spiritual properties. There's
Hmm.
also a black walnut tree that's
Mhm.
good for prosperity and also protection.
Hmm.
And I was just like, when I was walking back, one of the leaves had snapped and fell right. It got lodged on my driver mirror. And I was just like, well, I'm taking this home and putting it by,
They were
I
like,
put it
take
by
a
my door.
piece of me. It's like the
Yeah,
giving
that was the
tree.
thing. And while we were walking through there, one like there's also it's like what's the name? It's like a little apple tree. What was the name of that tree? It's what is the name of that tree?
The apple tree.
It's a paradise apple tree.
Okay.
It's a paradise apple tree, and it had the little fruits are starting to form on me. It's a garden full of female trees, by the way. So
Really?
yes,
That's rare. You
yeah.
better
The,
take
the
some of
whole
those branches home and start planting them.
girl, when I found this garden, I absolutely love it. And on the inside, it has a botanical garden too. So
Hmm.
it's the whole park is huge. It's amazing to walk around, and the paradise apple fell right on my son's head. He was just like, ah. I was like, that's the tree giving you a piece of fruit.
Yeah,
Wait a
eat
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. Get away from this tree. We don't need those problems. You need a female throwing a fruit at you.
I'm sure they
And
were just giving them the
yeah, I know
food.
I was being silly. I was being silly. I tease him because he's 14 and girls and everything
Hmm.
else that I'm not ready for.
That's our next episode. How to deal with your children growing up and
And
becoming,
dating,
start dating, and who they. How do you monitor who they try to bring into your house?
girl. Yes. Oh, drunk said when I have negative energy on me like that, I'll wake up and take a walk at 2 a.m. See, you got
Really?
you got that free. I
I
wish I
don't
could
go
go outside
outside
at 2
late
a.m.
like that.
I don't. I wish I could. The only reason why I
Mm-mm.
go out at 5 is because the sun is already up and it's full light outside.
Yeah,
So,
I don't go outside. I don't go outside when it's dark because it's just my own personal preference
mhm.
as who I am spiritually. That's not when I need to go outside. And he says, "Oh, of course they do. They do it on purpose. Even the colors they wear on set and colors of broadcast is to bring out
So
emotion and
that is
fear."
very true. The
I
subliminal
don't know. My
messages.
the newscasters in my area though, like in the evening, they wear bright pink. It's like the ladies, like there'll be that one lady, she'll always have on bright pink. So I don't know, but like they'll wear blues and black.
Mhm.
Blue in the
And
morning, pink in the evening. The newscasters will wear either not the news, the weather, the meteorologist. They will wear cream or black. So I don't know.
no red and what was red creates the feeling of need. Um, I can't remember what blue does though.
I
But yeah,
don't.
I agree. But
Hmm.
anything that I feel like is broadcast that's from a network isn't to be taken seriously anyway. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, I feel like you have to learn how to read between the lines
Hmm.
with a lot of that. So, but yeah, but I really felt like that was really dope to learn that certain trees have certain properties and everything else to help. And
Yeah.
so far, my favorite one was the red oak, and
Hmm.
that one is for. Let me look it back up. Yeah, that one is for longevity and strength. So
Oh, I like that.
yeah, so there's a free app. I think it's called Picture This. Yeah, it's called Picture This. You download it, and as you're walking through the park, just take a picture of some plants, even around your house, and just see what you got around.
Yeah.
You never know. Call upon those trees to use their energy, do what they do best.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was beautiful. It's just like, oh, this earth is just so wonderfully put together. It's just beautiful.
It is. Did you leave a any coins when the tree gave you the branch? Leave any coins for it?
I tied a ribbon,
That's pretty. What color is
small
the
ribbon,
ribbon?
red, of course.
Red. I always like to.
Well, it
I
was
like.
more like it was a piece of yarn because I didn't
Yeah.
have any ribbon, but I knit and crochet,
Uh
so I
huh.
always have yarn. So I just tied some yarn.
I'm sure they love. I'm sure it loved the yarn. Loved it. Loved it.
Say
It's
my
a.
best.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Y'all just remember that if the plants give or if you take from the plants, always leave some type of thank you, some type of offering. I personally like to use coins. I will give a couple of quarters and leave it there for them just to say thank you.
do you like to go out and do you bury your crystals?
um no, I keep all of them. I keep all of them.
Really?
All, all of
Oh,
them. I
Drew, that's
keep them.
awesome. Like, he said every time you pass a tree, you touch it. I don't know why, but I gotta touch every tree when I pass it. I don't touch everyone just because I watch too many nature documentaries, and the spiders that be looking like the tree bark, and I'm afraid I'm gonna touch one. Like, these nature shows have just terrified me. Like, I have to flush my toilet because I saw that one where the guy flushed the toilet and that spider came down. So now I don't trust toilet paper rolls or
So what? Do you have a bidet? So you're like, I'm not using no toilet paper. I got my bidet.
no. I mean, I check it though. Like, I hit the toilet paper roll. Like, just what's in there? Okay, it's good.
I can't. I
And you
can't.
can look.
Well, you
But
can
I
always
saw
get
too
those
many movies. I've seen too
flushable
much.
wipes.
Huh?
Get the flushable wipes, and you can close it, and then you pull it out.
Look, Danae, we grew up through too many movies,
Yeah.
and we grew up through too many tragedies. Final Destination, and
Oh, I
what was that
didn't watch
other?
that. I
What
don't
was the
watch
other
stuff
one?
like that.
The one where the dude was in the girl's back seat. So now I never get in the car without looking at, and I have an SUV with a third row. So I'm like, who am I in my car? I'm checking, like, I wish you would be in my back seat. You ain't finna get me. I'm sorry, Drake. I didn't mean to scare you. Don't do it. Don't listen to me and my phobias. I gotta
That's
think
weird.
about bugs. Like I said, I love to watch them. I just don't like to be around them. And I would love to go up and hug trees like I used to, but yeah.
Yeah, silly. I saw a white spider today. I don't. I really get into that kind of thing, but I saw a white spider today, and it was so weird. Let me just tell you, and then I want you to show us that video.
Video.
Um, I was walking up. Okay, first of all, I had paper towel in my car. I don't even know where the paper towel came from.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay, let me grab this. So I grabbed a piece of paper towel and I was going to use it for something to clean something in the car, but then I didn't use it and I just kept it in my hand. And then I pulled up to the house and then I was walking to the front door and I saw something like moving on the door and it was a white spider. And then I killed it. And then I went in the house and I was like, oh shit, I just killed a spider. So then I had to look up what white spiders meant. And basically, it just meant like prosperity and love, like all the good stuff. And I'm like, damn, I killed it. Well, and then my head starts going nuts, right? And I'm like,
It's
well,
not what
did I just kill my own prosperity, or maybe I was supposed to kill it because you know I don't. I'm not supposed to let anybody else walk past this spider because that was my spider. I don't know. I have to start remembering that not everything is like spiritual, but it is, you know? So,
Mhm.
anyways, I say all that to say don't let your mind run away from you. Not
Lord.
everything is gonna happen just because you saw it on the TV. Remember, the television is tell, lie, vision.
Tell
Tell
lies,
lies
vision.
to the vision, okay?
Oh, real
So
quick,
it will be okay.
did you go see Nope?
No, I didn't see it. I want to
I
see it.
did. I
Did
saw
you?
it.
Is it in theaters or can I get it on Amazon Prime?
I saw it on in theaters.
Okay. I don't want to go to the movie theater.
I don't blame you. I
I
went,
can't.
and when I tell you everything seemed to just like when I got there, for some reason their card machine wasn't working, so I couldn't get a snack.
Hmm.
So I went up there and the previews were still going. There wasn't anything I was interested in, so I went back and they accidentally charged me wrong. And they kept charged like twice. They charged the wrong transaction twice. I'm like, this isn't right. And it turns out they said their machine was adding stuff onto my order, which is why my order kept coming up wrong. So ended up missing like the first couple minutes of the movie. So, while I got back, I don't think I really missed much, but I still let them
Hmm.
know, like, hey, I missed the first part of the movie because just,
Because y'all machine
because
was
of what
messing
y'all were
up.
doing. So they
Yeah,
gave
yeah.
me two free movie passes. And I was just like, two? Thank you. And then
That's
the
awesome.
dispensary messed up my order, so then they
Uh-huh.
gave me an extra bonus on top of my order. So I was just like, Sunday was the day, and people just, I was like, I'm so grateful. Like, thank you.
They're
I don't
just
know what
giving
it
you all the
was,
free stuff.
but
That's what's up.
I'm sorry, but the Note movie, I promise, it's nothing like you're expecting. It's
No,
honestly, it's really,
what?
I was just, it's really entertaining. I liked it.
No, I
I like,
want to see it. I just don't want to go to the movie
no,
theater.
I understand, yeah,
Like
but
I want to
but I'm
see
like,
that. I'm
yeah,
ready for um the Woman King. I want to see that. That's not real. Okay, that type of like violent type of movie isn't necessarily my jam, but
mm,
it's a black woman who's a king, right? They're killing all the folks that come onto their land, and they all have machetes. So I'm here for that, right? And then
anything with
in
sword fighting.
November, when Black Panther Wakanda Forever comes out, remember to wear your white, purple, or your garb, right? But that's gonna be great. I can't wait for that. I'm excited. It's gonna be a great season for movies.
Yeah, I can't wait to huddle in. But I was responding to drunk was like he had heard mixed reviews about the movie, and I'm like, look, I think the movie was great. You just need to go in there and really pay attention. It's a thinker. It's Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele, I think, is becoming a Kubrick or what's his name? What is that director's name? Tarantino. You got to really pay attention to those movies. What was the
Mm-hmm.
other? The one that directed in the one that wrote Inception. Um, he's
Not Michael Scorsese, the other guy.
not Scorsese. No, he not as he did do Inception. I can't remember. He also did the Batman movies, the Dark Knight movies. Um, I wish I could remember, but I see Jordan Peele's movies becoming like that, like real thinkers. Like, because the
Mm-hmm.
movie went really deep,
Okay,
spiritual.
so I have to watch it.
So I would definitely. Yeah, he is. I'm sorry, but I knew when since Key and Peele that that he had a dark mind. Jordan Peele has a dark mind. Like, if you remember him from Key and Peele, some of those
Mm-hmm.
skits went a little dark. I think those are from Jordan Peele, but I like his weird. I love it. I'm sorry, I love weird. I love the weirdness. But we are at time.
Okay.
I want to play a quick video for Danae just because we both have a thing about music and crunk music, trap music. Christopher Nolan, yes, Christopher Nolan. He's a very very great like a writer,
Is
director.
Christopher Nolan the weird guy with the
Yes,
hair and it's
I,
like gray and it kind of like goes back? I'll
no,
have to look it up.
I'm not sure about him. I'm not sure, but I know he does look weird. I'm not sure about the hair though. He does have a weird look.
Let me look it up.
So, but yes. I love Inception. Inception is an incredibly brilliant movie, and I feel like it's based on true events, just from my experience, but we ain't gonna go there. But me and Danae both have a thing about music and specifically certain trap music. And the thing is, it's just like, whenever certain music plays, you can really feel it. And I was telling her there's some musics that I feel like I know my ancestors respond to. So I wanted to, like, it's true though. You know, you got that protective force around you, and you hear that music, and
Yeah.
like, I've had some cousins that went down a little early, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
They was with some stuff, so I know who's around me. So when I'm playing that and I'm hearing that and I'm feeling like, like, oh, it's like, okay, I know my ancestors are starting to act up, and I'm like, I can't play this music too much. They're like, what's wrong? We're about to pull up. About to pull up.
Girl, I can't. You know what? I have that same thing, but it's like certain music. Like when I'm cooking, I'll listen to music that has to do with like the goddess Yemaya, or
Yes.
especially if I'm cooking like from scratch, Yemaya, or I'll listen to like the old like Negro spirituals, or even like artists like Muddy Waters, things like that, because I know that it pulls my ancestors closer, and then they'll be like telling me how to what um, ingredients to put where and when, and you know, sometimes I'll like will taste my food and I don't know what it's missing, and then whatever it is will either pop into my head, or it'll
Hmm.
be like fall off the cabinet shelf or something. It's pretty. It's like I'll be like, okay, okay, okay. I don't know who you are, Granny or Auntie or whoever, but go ahead. I'll put it in there, and then I put it in and I taste it. I'm like, yes, they truly come through. Okay, so I'm ready. Are we ready? Are we sharing our screen?
I Yes, I
Okay.
am ready. Let me share my screen. This is gonna be
And so what? Okay, so for this video, I'm not supposed to react, right?
no, you can't react. Can't
Okay, so,
react.
but if I react, it's still okay.
It's still okay, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try not to
Okay.
react either, but I can't help myself. So,
Okay.
all right. So you're gonna see this from on TikTok. But we're gonna first play.
Nobody, y'all. Check this out.
Let me turn my volume up.
Check this out.
You can't even. You can't even not.
We don't give a fuck. Check this out.
Okay. Hey.
Check this out.
Back in, ready.
Don't react. Early
Okay.
2000s.
I'm sorry, I'm
Era.
done.
I failed. I failed. I failed
See,
horribly.
you didn't get through the second song, yo.
I
The
failed
second one,
horribly.
you barely got through the first one. Like,
That was the jam. Like, let me tell you. Let me tell you. When I was in college, and we would go to the club. God, what was the alley? We would go to the alley. It was in Virginia, off Mercury Boulevard. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Like, it was. I can't. I can't. Like, that took me all
the
the way back.
the era of long, you remember, yep, in my white tee, yep, long shirts, the Air
Absolutely.
Force Ones. Girl, I remember I was dating a Virgo. I was engaged to a Virgo at the time, and it was him and his friends. Their shirts had to be ironed and crisp. Girl, it
Mm-hmm.
was a mess. I never met somebody so obsessed with their clothes like that before. Like, I never met a sneakerhead ever.
Oh
I never,
yeah.
and like so attached to their clothes and everything else. And those songs just took me back to all of that. Just
Yeah.
I'm done.
Girl, I couldn't even. I couldn't
This,
even.
this
Y'all
was
see how she
fun.
played me? She
I
said I.
don't
She played me. She was like, "Don't react." I was like, "Okay."
you
Then the
don't
song comes. What am I supposed
mm,
to do? Just stand there like this? How
yeah,
can
you
you
that's
not?
how
How can you not react?
Exactly. That's why I felt sorry. I was like, I barely got through the second song. Like Trick Daddy came on. I can't do it. It's not fair. Oh,
Lord have
this was
mercy.
amazing. We had a great time. We went over just a little bit. We said we were going to stop at 45 minutes, but we kept running our mouth.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it was nice, drunk. Thank you for coming in and participating with us. Anybody else who's watching, feel free to come up. You can talk with us, chat with us. This is why we're here. Hey, mom talk. So I am Nally S. This name right here. You can find me on most social media platforms under that. And Miss Denay, you can find her under Goddess Revival. Like if y'all like, share if you want to share, subscribe if you want to subscribe, come back if you want to come back. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
If y'all
Now,
don't come back, come no. Number one, subscribe. Number two, like. Number three, definitely follow. Like
so
please,
this the
please
Leo. As soon as you
come
see
back.
that Leo coming out, she told you what to do. She told
Like
y'all.
just do it. Like we have fun over here. It's good times, and we interact. We interact with people, and it's all good. It's all love always.
And it doesn't have to be negativity. Like, look, it's an open space. Express yourself. Like, come at
Express
once.
yourself. Do it good. Express yourself. Sorry.
All right, we are sending y'all love, hoping that everybody have a great week. Please stand in your own authenticity. Give everybody else the room to do it too. Y'all are wonderful, loved, and you are everything you were supposed to be. You are just where you're supposed to be. We love you. Source loves you. Have a good
Mm.
week. Be
Oh,
safe out there.
I need to say one thing though.
Say it, say it.
Y'all get out into the sun.
Yes.
Melanated
Walk.
people, non-melanated people. This earth is changing. The sun is changing, and if you want to survive, you need to get your body used to the sun. Okay, so get outside, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes at a time, but get your body used to the changes of the sun.
Get
That's it.
next to a tree. Get next to a tree. Touch that tree. Talk to a tree. Get near some plants if you can. Even if you take a, like she said, a quick minute walk outside. Just get out there. Get out there. Get out there.
All right.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.